I'm Laurie Blake. Welcome to the WrestleTalk news. Our top story today. No, I won't put it down. No, I won't. You've asked me to work on Christmas Day. You've asked me to work on my Christmas Day Zelda's out today. I'm going to play my presents on the table. Thank you very much. All right, fine. I'll stop. Fine. All right. Top story today. CM Punk's supposed opponent for his AEW return has been pitched. And it's not Jericho. It's not Jericho. Who even cares at this point? Certainly not me. Not today. Despite reports from Fightful that there have been internal pitches in AEW for CM Punk and Chris Jericho to work a program turning their real-life beef into a delicious Beyond Beef patty of imaginary feud, then the two even having a, quote, productive meeting in recent weeks, Jez is not the opponent that Punk has been pitching for himself reportedly for the better part of the last month. Go there, Link. There you go, little buddy. Reports from Fightful and others put Punk returning to the company in order to head up the Collision brand, and that its suspected debut broadcast on Saturday, June 17th from Chicago's United Center will see Phil unbanished after the fallout from All Out. But who does Punk want to work with upon his great return? Why? None other than young Samosa Joseph. Yes, Samoa Joe is the name that sources say Punk is extremely interested in working with. Now, of course, the two have a storied history working together in ROH, PWG, and in the UK. However, they haven't wrestled in any capacity since August 2005 at ROH Redemption in a four-way match. Now, Joe has also not been seen in AEW since losing the TNT title to Wardlow, though he has been a regular on ROH TV as the World Television Champion. Look, I'm just saying, they're smart people. If they wanted to know the news, they could just Google it, and I could just play this. I knew you'd say no. Anyway, because there's more to this, of course there bloody is. It's right there. With the addition of Collision, many believe that AEW will be implementing a sort of soft brand split, mostly in order to keep elements of the roster who might not get along with each other away from each other. A cough, Punk and the Elite. A cough. Dave Meltzer has done some digging, and he's also come up with some new info which he shared on Wrestling Observer Radio. He said, as far as what is going to happen with the brand split, guys going back and forth, that changes daily anyway. Nobody really knows. It's like everything in wrestling. Wrestling. It's kind of an idea that it'll be a Wednesday crew and a Saturday crew. Will people go back and forth? Maybe yes, maybe no. At one point it was no, other points it's yes. One of the things we heard was that they feel the key women have to be on both shows though, because there's not enough depth to split the women up. As far as other guys, time will tell what will happen. Even if they do have a plan, it will probably change based on ratings and when people need stuff and building up to pay-per-views and things like that. The impending split is also being cited as the reasoning behind the surprise returns of Miro and Thunder Rosa on Dynamite this week, as I guess they could be transitioning over to Collision. However, Meltzer also noted that Rosa is still hurting a lot and her back is not better, saying that he got the impression that she wouldn't be medically cleared in time for the Collision debut. Right! Now it's finally to say something about video games. That's what the prompt is. No, hang on. It's Tempest to talk about the World Cup and announce the final two competitors for each brand. Take it away, Tempest. Oh, do you know what, actually? Take your time. Take your time.
Today is the day, ladies and gentlemen, and the PFK World Cup will soon be decided. In just mere hours, we will find out who among us at WrestleTalk HQ will be the one to move on to face the best of those fools at No Rolls Barred. But will it be someone already announced for the tournament? Well, it's time to reveal the final two combatants in this Tournament of Champions. The final spot in the WrestleTalk block will be taken by Luke Owen, D8D, who will vie to be the champion of WrestleTalk today after this news video. But the final spot in the No Rolls Barred block will be filled by none other than Editor Terry, who will try to become the sole representative of NRB when the best of both brands battle it out in the final tomorrow night to see who will become the one to raise the PFK World Cup to determine the best in the world at WWE 2K23, only on Parts Fun Known.
Whee! All right, chop the tree. No, you can't chop the tree with a stick. Oh, you're back. Right, okay. No, I am taking this seriously. Hopping across the WWE land, and can you believe it's been 6 weeks since WrestleMania? You've erased that from memories because of the main event, isn't it? Which I've now just put back into your memory. You're welcome. Perhaps this all could have been avoided though if WWE had gone for their original wish for Hollywood and had Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson return for the ginormous Bloodline Bonanza against Roman Reigns. Or I guess they could have just had a Cody win. I'm just saying. While Dwayne's lack of ring shape and general busyness was said to have been the reason behind his absence from Mania, could he perhaps be in line for a return soon? Talking to CNBC, Dwayne would reveal that he had actually connected with Vince McMahon the other day. However, he would of course not reveal the nature of their conversation. So it could well have just been about the bloody XFL, for all we know, but it might not be. That'd be exciting, wouldn't it? While The Rock potentially talks WWE returns, we turn to WWE farewells, as the theory goes that Edge's time in the company could be winding down as soon as this year, when his WWE contract will reportedly be expiring, and many believe that he may be retiring. However, with his recent drafting to SmackDown, as well as his inclusion in the World Heavyweight Championship tournament, WWE clearly still have plans for their old racehorse just yet. And given that Edge never lost his World Heavyweight Championship back when he retired originally in 2011, wouldn't it just be a poetic conclusion to his tale? Well, the Rated R superstar also seems to think so. Speaking via a video on his Twitter, Edge said, 12 years ago, I was forced to give the thing up. I never had a chance to get it back. Now I have a chance, and it all comes full circle. Now, this ride is going to end sooner than later. Let's face it, we all know that. I gotta get this done. It's the last thing to do. It's the period on the end of the sentence, right? There's no better way to finish it than to win the World Championship, and then when I lose it, that's it. I'm done. Now, Edge takes on AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio in his quarterfinal matchup before an eventual clash with either Bobby Lashley, Sheamus, or Austin Theory for his chance at finishing his story at Night of Champions. Go on, Edge. Finish the story. Somebody's got to do it. Do it for Dusty. Or something. So for this week's seeing the debut of WWE's new look post-draft rosters, many squeaky clean NXT stars have already had their first piece of that sweeping roster spotlight, such as Zoe Stark on this week's Raw and Cameron Grimes on tonight's SmackDown. However, one name that joined Stark and Grimes as a trio of highly talented NXT call-ups was former NXT champion Bron Breakker. Yet the draft just sort of passed him by, and neither Raw nor SmackDown picked him up. Now, while logically Bron would probably be the first name you pick up from NXT given his past successes and the Steiner heritage, it seems that WWE had their reasons for hiding him away from the Raw and SmackDown war rooms, because according to WRKD Wrestling on Twitter, there were tentative plans to draft Bron. However, due to his recent heel turn and WWE's positive impression of it, they decided that it would just be best for him to continue on NXT and hone his new character. He's just standing there. He wants to play too. Shifting our focus to some ex-WWE talent now, and there's been a further update into the future of one Trinity Fatu. According to a new report from Fightful Select, Impact sources have informed them that Trinity's commitments with the company will run into the summer. However, nothing has been planned beyond that. Apparently, though, this is just how Impact does things, which could very well mean that Trinity will stay put after the summer, as Impact has been known to operate on short-term contracts in the past. Even recently, Nick Aldis was brought in on a short-term deal as opposed to a long-term one, with Fightful's SRS noting that it was a feeling out process for both Aldis and Impact. So, in Trinity's case, it could very much be the same, a short-term deal with a view for an extension. Oh God, there's more! We're gonna play my game! Alright, well, we're gonna whiz through. One ex-WWE star who unfortunately is not working at the present is Kyle O'Reilly, who has been MIA from AEW TV for almost a year now, last competing against Jon Moxley on the June 8th episode of Dynamite. O'Reilly's absence from the ring started after he underwent neck surgery to correct a long-standing issue which happened back in September 2022. However, in January of this year, it was revealed by O'Reilly himself that he was dealing with a post-surgical issue which had some fans worried. Now, naturally, given Roderick Strong's recent AEW signing and Adam Cole's return, everyone is clamoring for that Undisputed Era reunion, minus Bobby Fish, of course. And while O'Reilly's January update left things unclear, it was Fish who would swoop in to give us a very timely positive refresh to this situation. Speaking to Nick Houseman for Inside the Ropes, Fish revealed Kyle's doing good recovery, rehab is on an uptick, he's doing better now, but this is a slow recovery. I mean, I think the procedure and stuff Kyle had done was a long time coming. Now, Fish would describe O'Reilly's surgery as overdue and hoped above anything related to wrestling that his friend would fully recover for his newborn baby girl. And we at WrestleTalk would like to offer our best wishes to Kyle in his ongoing recovery. That's it. Good. Wait, hang on. How is there more? How is there more? Honest, not fair. It's the day of the Zelda came. There wasn't this much news yesterday. How is there more now? No, do you know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing any more. You're going to have to get someone else, and you're going to have to dub it, all right?
While O'Reilly may unfortunately still be a doubt, there is a hope that he, along with many of AEW's other absent stars, can make it back in time for the record-breaking All-In event from Wembley Stadium on August 27th. As well as the obvious AEW names such as CM Punk, there has been a clamouring from both fans and wrestlers for some external talent to make an appearance in London, and perhaps there is none more vocal than New Japan's Will Ospreay. Ever since the announcement was made, Ospreay has been vocal of his desire to get involved. Unsurprising really, given the scale of the show and it taking place in his own backyard. Well, it seems like he got his wish. According to Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, Ospreay is already booked for All In as of a couple of days ago. While Meltzer would know Ospreay's status, he revealed that he does not know yet his opponent at the event.
All right, finally, we can talk about video games. If you like them and you like wrestling and you like, well, us. We're holding the inaugural PFK World Cup to determine the best in the world at WWE 2K23. Right now, over on Parts of Unknown. Head on over there to watch competitors from WrestleTalk and No Rolls Barred clash live right now for the chance to call themselves the best in the world at WWE 2K23 from a very limited pool of competitors. It's going to be loads of fun, and this happening today, Friday, and tomorrow, Saturday, live in the PFK studio, which is next door to this room. Go on, watch it. Hang on, you're saying I have to work Friday and Saturday? But Zelda? Well, I mean, they better watch it. They better watch. I'm not working on Christmas for them not to watch it. You better watch it. Otherwise, what is all this for?